Decisive victory. Loot. Loot for the loot god. Alright, so we can loot and raise, which gives us money, or we can raise and defile, which will increase the chaos corruption in this area by 8. I think we go for the economic incentive at this point.
Yeah, someone's got to pay my fee, so...
Yeah, that's true.
My advice will always be raise, loot, sign a contingent... We should sign a loot contingency agreement.
Gods in the rubble of this wretched place. It spreads the taint of chaos across the land, mighty lord. Weakening
now,
the resolve of those that might stand.
Would we have any liability to the homeowners in the area for reducing their property value by raising this?
You know, I do not think that actions of a herd of cloven-hoofed goat men constitute a government taking.
Okay.
You know, a regulatory taking, perhaps, although I'm certain that something equivalent to eminent domain is in the Beastmen's constitution.
Yeah.
It's probably the I want it, so I'm going to take it, and your head with it clause. As far as conversion goes, just so much conversion happening there. So when you raise somebody else's home, that's bad. When you loot someone else's home, that's bad.
Yeah.
And when you kill his entire line up to a 3rd degree of consanguinity, just the utter annihilation of him and everyone he knows, that's also bad.
Yeah.
Just a whole lot of bad going on right now. I'm getting headaches imagining the paperwork.
So I think I'm gonna go. One of the things that I've heard is key for the Beastmen is this blessed by evil.
Alrighty.
Reducing upkeep, because as a whole...
Right on. You gotta have a lot of units, too.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of income sources, and to be able to tech up to our higher tier units, we need to reduce our upkeep as much as possible.
No, smart. So you're gonna make that lieutenant basically follow the general's path.
Probably.
And I'd imagine Karlak, the faction leader, you're gonna mold into more of a warrior.
Yeah, we'll probably go at least up to this with both of them, but yeah, I think he's definitely going to be more of our combat/morale guy.
Very good.
Oh yeah, so their technology system is also a little
lot
different.
like chaos.
Yeah, so the thing with the Beastmen is that they're impatient, so they don't have patience for research, so the more technologies you study, the more expensive the rest of them get, unless you pay into this Seed of Hate line, which reduces your overall tech costs back down. So I don't think we need to drop 5,000 on that yet.
No, we don't.
+5 leadership versus humans would be very nice.
Gotta raise the whole town to pay that lawyer. Yes, you do.
Indeed.
I don't come cheap. I am the best fantasy legal consultant around.
Well, here's the thing: is like I think if you're like an elector count in the Empire, it's probably a little easier to find representation. The fact that you're willing to represent the Beastmen at all...
Legal consultant in the Empire.
Yeah.
Those elitist pricks, they have things like ethical agencies and licenses and qualifications and degrees.
Like, as someone who's willing to take this case, there's not a lot of competition, so you can kind of drive your prices up, is how
technically I am not practicing in this world. I am consulting.
There you go.
Because something tells me that Karlak isn't listening to a goddamn thing I say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're not his lawyer. You're just,
I'm commentating.
Exactly.
I'm commentating. I'm like that overweight balding white man on any given news network who's just like, it's bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all bad. You've got more exposure than Bear Grylls in the Arctic. It's bad.
All right. Let's go with the leadership versus humans, since I think we're going to be fighting humans for most of the near future.
Indeed. Fighting humans. That's what we do. I crack myself up on occasion.
So their building tree is very odd. They only have...
That is actually kind of strange.
I think they only have one building that actually produces... Oh yeah, they don't have any buildings that produce income, actually. It just reduces upkeep. So all of our income basically has to come from raiding and sacking, which makes them distinct from the other Chaos factions.
I definitely want to get that contingency agreement for the raiding and sacking in writing, though, because it seems like a great business opportunity.
Yeah. Well,
And we here at Schmeier Hafer and Associates, we
We are the children of chaos, as much a part of the ruinous
Cool.
powers as the horns that struck from
savage
the world.
hybrids of human and animal,
Your
the primal
time
barbarous
here
beastmen,
for destruction, to root out order
strive to serve
and
the gods of
civilization
chaos,
and despoil
reduce the
it,
civilized races
march
to madness and
forth
ruin.
and spread the corrupting taint of the dark god.
corrupting taint. You know, that strikes me as something that is probably problematic for
Yeah.
other parties. Like, oh, look, my land is being tainted and corrupted. That's probably not something they enjoy. Probably would constitute a trespass, come to think of it.
So what we've done here is this guy decided to leave his city,
And that
now,
was unintelligent.
he is trapped between two beasts.
Hannibal, he is not.
No, that was not a wise decision. Probably want to fall back from that one.
Yeah, he's actually fairly strong.
Oh, well,
He caught up.
caught up to us. We're gonna have to fight it. All right. I think we can handle that.
That last engagement, we were more or less equal in terms of forces beyond the range disparity, and you wrecked them. So if you control this correctly, you could manage it.
Yeah, yeah. They do have crossbowmen, which is going to be a problem, and pistoliers, which is also going to be a problem.
Oh, the use of firearms.
Yeah. The Battle of Tabara, which I'm assuming is not Toledo. It's probably what this particular region is based on. I bet if we can kill their hero, we can flip this pretty quick. We've got a lot of forest on our side of the battlefield, and they're attacking.
I would agree.
So they're gonna have to come to us.
Killing the hero is just a good rule of thumb. And by rule of thumb, I mean it is the holding in the famous case Sigmar v. Archaon et al., in which the Court of Ruinous Powers ruled that causing Armageddon was a valid method of achieving total victory.
So let's go ahead and stick our archers on the outskirts of this forest. I could corner camp, but I'm not going to be that lame. Oh yeah, we have Vanguard deployment, so we can actually just deploy wherever the hell we want, actually.
Sweet.
Let's see.
Is
So-
that what that is? That's actually tactically extremely interesting.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the battlefield. So, there...
You know what I would try to do? I would try to funnel them somewhere where the terrain is advantageous and try to come in on them on all sides. If they behave anything like the Estalians in your first battle, they tend to rush in columns. Seems like an opportunity for envelopment, if you ask me.
So we've got this area here that has forest on both sides.
I think that's a good place to give battle
yeah.
if you can force them.
I also need to turn VSync on because I'm getting a lot of screen tearing here. Yeah, so I guess if we have kind of our skirmishers just on the edge of the forest.
Draw them in.
Yeah. What kind of a range does that give us? Yeah, it's pretty decent. So we can watch the approach. If they try to search over here first or come in through there, we should probably have a spear unit or something that can tie him up. But if we put him here, he can get there fast enough to block off the enemy. We'll stick a hero with him too, just to
Probably smart.
give him a little extra weight, and then we'll use our Ungor axe dudes to be the closing of the trap.
The hammer, as it were.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we shouldn't position one of these guys maybe just a little back here. Yeah. That way they can attack from both sides.
Got a nice potential double envelopment there. The
Yeah.
key is going to be to force them to go where you want them. That will be the challenge.
So they're gonna come searching for us through the woods.
Hopefully dividing like that. That would be awesome.
Actually,
What is that one guy doing?
which one guy? One of these guys?
That's good advice, I think. If you end up getting strong early victories in this battle, don't charge into unfavorable terrain to get the rest of the army.
Yeah.
That's very good advice.
Yeah, I would
Especially considering
agree.
that they're already dividing. This is already going in our favor.
Alright, so I've allowed them to see this one unit of archers. We'll see if they take the bait. We do have kind of an overlapping field of fire going on here, so...
They're dividing, they're out of formation, they're getting ahead of themselves.
Their cavalry is fucked off into the woods over here.
This cavalry is way ahead of the rest of the army and is going to just get... Is that cavalry?
These are crossbowmen.
They're out of position.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if they're able to somehow outrange us, we can just melt back into the forest. Because crossbows have terrible accuracy in forests. So... Not exactly sure what they're trying. I'm assuming they've seen these units by now. They're making enough noise.
Which is kind of what you're hoping they would do. Like, hey, come get us.
Even the ones who are hiding are making a lot of noise. They're like, "Arr,
They are just so out of position. This is
Beastmen!
interesting.
Arr!" Yeah, this is going to be the killing ground right here. That's where we want this fight to take place. So, are they going to outrange us? Maybe slightly? The other thing is, Ungors are faster than humans by a significant amount. So if we can, like, get around them here and just fire into
Oh,
their flank.
and dude, help is so far away for that unit.
Yep. Yeah, they're gonna try to fall back. I think we already got... Oh, no, we didn't quite get a kill yet. But they can't run. Like, we can actually run, shoot, and keep up.
Don't let them draw you out of position.
Oh, I won't.
The rest of their
I just want to
military...
get another volley off.
Yeah, don't let them get you out of position. You drew first blood and didn't take a single casualty doing
we
it.
Killed one, so it's a 1-0 right now. Is the score? They're doing exactly what I hoped. They're bringing their whole army pretty much right over this way.
And they've been marching and you haven't. Keep in mind the tired versus fresh bonus is small, but it's something.
It's actually, I've had it be fairly significant in a number
I
of
think
the-
numerically it's not large.
No.
Tired
but
units can still beat fresh units.
effect-wise, it can be fairly significant.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Their units are gonna get into battle with ours exhausted. Look at all they're marching uphill.
Yep.
They still outnumber you by I wouldn't say a large degree, but by a healthy degree though.
Yeah.
So we need everything we can get. I'm glad that they sent one of their cavalry unit just off. that's
Yeah.
helpful.
I don't even know. He might be returning now, but yeah, they're trying to lead with with crossbowmen, which is I don't think going to work for them, particularly.
How are they still fresh? They've been wandering around.
Lupio Sunscryer. That sounds more like an Estalian name.
He has a great sideburns.
He does.
Lucio does.
I think it's just because they use the Empire General model. I don't know if he deserves those sideburns. Stolen facial hair is a big problem. People on the internet claiming they have great facial hair, and they actually don't.
Now, facial hair is free expression.
No, it is. No, I was making a joke.
I was making a bad
way
constitutional
too
law
obscure.
joke. I was making a bad constitutional law joke in retaliation.
I love how like they don't really notice there's a tree there until they run into it, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I guess I gotta go around."
Sounds like the Spaniards. Oh!
Oh, at least they do it very efficiently. Like they, whoop, there we go. Yep. They're taking their sweet time. Which,
They are.
Really, if you're fighting Beastmen, you should.
Yeah, it's also they're keeping their fatigue to a minimum, which is smart of them.
I want to make sure these guys don't get caught out before they can spring their trap. That would be disadvantageous for us. All right, I think these guys have put themselves in a position where we can start taking some pot shots at them.
Oh, yep. They crossbows have about 10% more range, but you have the trees. I think oh, they're messing up.
And yeah, they're derping with their cavalry. All right, so we're gonna put these guys on skirmish.
So far, so good, dude.
Yep. And they're caught in the trees, so these spearmen should be able to catch up with them, or at least deter them.
And the trees are providing you good cover from their crossbowmen, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, they're pistoliers. That's even more problematic. I forgot about that. Alright, we're drawing them back through.
It's okay, you're still causing
hero...
disproportionate losses, so...
Yeah, that didn't, we didn't really have enough troops to pull off...
Quite what we were trying to.
What I was, trying to do there, but...
But you know what? I think you're still okay.
Yeah, we're not out of it, that's for sure. But yeah, the fact that those are pistoliers, I don't really actually know what we can do about those. This guy... They'll win this battle. So let's see if we can wrap this up. Their hero's gonna kill my whole melee unit over there. My hero's gonna kill their melee units though, which is nice. We got that going for us.
You know, and here's the thing, even if you do end up losing this battle, you are bloodying their nose and then some, so.
Yeah. Oh, cool, my spearmen came back. Let's see if we can at least use them to try to chase away the cavalry. Okay, so that unit's routing. Let's follow up by taking out these guys. It's not really a fight in our favor, but we'll take what we can get. I think we might be able to pull this off, actually. Sorry for playing zoomed out like this. It's probably the only way I can actually win this battle, so... Come on. Act like you know what you're doing. Heroes are really good in this game. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough troops left.
No, but
honestly.
you have done a ton of damage.
Yeah, as long as these guys continue skirmishing, we'll just micro our hero here. He's doing okay for himself. I didn't really get a chance to snipe their general, which was disappointing. They're routing. They're routing.
Cravens.
Yeah. Well, that was mostly a strategic mistake, moving my army in to pen them in without...
Recognizing the pistoliers.
Yeah, paying attention to the fact that they would be able to catch up to me on the campaign map, even if I retreated from that distance. But yeah, I think we'll do all right. We're going to be up against a bloodied army with our better army next turn, so... This guy's just getting a shitload of kills. He's not even down to half health yet.
Who's your hero for this army?
He's just a random melee hero.
He's the Heartrender, right?
Oh yeah, the Heartrender, yeah.
Well, if murder has to have malice aforethought, I would say the Heartrender is pretty malicious in there.
Yeah. Well, he didn't come here planning to kill any of these specific people. You know, would that hold up in court if you were, you know?
Yeah, it's a second-degree situation, I think. However, he has a great defense in he's a boss.
Yeah.
Not a great defense in our world, but in the Warhammer world, being a boss is a great defense.
Yeah.
He has Fireball, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah,
he does have a Fireball.
I would be using
I did not notice that.
some of that.
I did not actually expect that this would be a hero that would have spells at his disposal.
Yeah, at this point, you've lost, so kill as many of them as you can.
Is that your official advice?
That is my official advice.
Yeah. So you're advising us more along the lines of let's not leave a legal system around which could disbenefit us, as opposed to actually trying to win fair and
Oh,
square.
let's be real. The Beastmen don't recognize any tribunal's authority.
Oh, here come the pistoliers. Kill them! Don't give them an inch? Don't give him an inch? He's seriously the only guy left.
Look at this guy.
He just like headbutts a
Hit
horse
it. Do
to death.
another fireball, bro. Do it.
All right. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't throw fireballs uphill. A little bit of realism in this game. Valiant defeat. Valiant defeat. Yeah, we killed almost as many of them as they did of us. Just hopefully it won't wipe the army out. That would be...
I don't think so.
troublesome. Troublesome.